ho, ho, it's magic, you know.
Hail, hail, what the matter with your head?
The 1970s gave us rock gods, disco fever, and soul legends. But hidden in that golden decade were songs that burned bright once and then disappeared. These were the one-hit wonders, artists who ruled the charts for a moment, then faded into silence. Yet the music never left us. Funk grooves that filled dance floors, ballads that broke our hearts, and rock riffs still echoing in stadiums today. You may not remember the names, but you'll never forget the songs. Today, we're turning back to the 70s to relive 10 explosive one-hit wonders, proof that sometimes one song is all it takes to become immortal. Let's dive in. When Norman Greenbaum released Spirit in the Sky in 1970, no one expected a Jewish folk singer to create one of the most iconic Christian rock anthems ever recorded. With its fuzzy guitar riff and gospel-inspired chorus, the track climbed to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. Its mix of gritty rock and spiritual overtones made it appealing across audiences. Rebellious teens loved its sound, while church groups embraced its message. Greenbaum, however, could never follow it up. None of his later songs matched the magic of this spiritual meets psychedelic anthem.
I never sinned, I got a friend in Jesus.
But the hit endured. Spirit in the Sky appeared in films like Apollo 13 and countless commercials, ensuring its immortality. For Greenbaum, it was his one shining moment. But for listeners, it became a hymn of the 70s, bridging rock, faith, and cultural memory in a single unforgettable track. With a blast of horns and a driving groove, Vehicle stormed onto the airwaves in 1970. Performed by the Ides of March, it was a bold mix of rock and brass, often compared to Chicago's sound. The lyrics, cheeky and flirtatious, added to its swagger, helping it climb to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100.
I'm a friend, a stranger in the black sedan. Won't you hop inside my car?
For a brief moment, the band looked destined for greatness. But follow-up singles failed to capture the same magic. While lead singer Jim Peterick later found success writing for Survivor and 38 Special, the Ides of March themselves never escaped the shadow of Vehicle. Still, the song remains a horn-driven powerhouse, a snapshot of the early 70s when rock and soul collided. To this day, it's one of the most recognizable one-hit wonders of the decade, energetic, brassy, and unforgettable.
Out of Western Bay, and it serves.
In 1972, Looking Glass scored an unlikely number 1 with Brandy, You're a Fine Girl, a bittersweet ballad about a barmaid who loves sailors but loses out to the sea.
Still a sailor from the sea.
Its story-driven lyrics and smooth pop rock sound made it a radio favorite, capturing hearts with its romantic tragedy. The song sold over 1 million copies and secured Looking Glass a brief moment in the spotlight. But lightning struck only once. Follow-ups never charted as high. Decades later, Brandy found new life in Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2, reminding audiences of its timeless charm. For many, Brandy became more than a character. She symbolized the lonely dreamer, waiting for a love that never stays. One song, one story, and a place in music history. Few songs capture pure joy like Dancing in the Moonlight. Released in 1972 by King Harvest, the tune radiated optimism, with its mellow groove and lyrics celebrating nights of happiness under the stars.
Everybody here is out of sight, but they don't bark and they don't.
It reached number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a staple on radio playlists. Yet for King Harvest, it was their only shining moment. They never scored another hit and soon disappeared. But the song never died. Covered by dozens of artists, it has been revived again and again, proving its timeless appeal. Its easygoing vibe made it the soundtrack to carefree summer evenings, friends gathering, and the simple joys of life.
Dancing in the moonlight, dancing in the moonlight.
Even today, Dancing in the Moonlight feels as fresh as ever, a one-hit wonder that captured the feeling of happiness in 3 perfect minutes.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. With those words, Stealers Wheel cemented their place in music history. Released in 1973, Stuck in the Middle with You was a satirical jab at the music industry disguised as a playful folk rock tune. Its catchy rhythm and witty lyrics sent it climbing to number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100.
it's so hard to keep the smile from my face.
But the band fell apart soon after, unable to repeat the success. For decades, the song lingered as a radio staple, until Quentin Tarantino resurrected it in Reservoir Dogs, where it became forever linked to one of cinema's most infamous scenes. For Stealers Wheel, it was their only major claim to fame. But for listeners, it remains one of the most clever and enduring one-hit wonders of the 70s.
In the summertime, when the weather is high, you can stretch right up and touch the sky.
In 1970, Mungo Jerry dropped a summer anthem that would never melt away, In the Summertime. With its jangly jug band rhythm and carefree vocals, the track captured the lazy joy of warm days, cheap wine, and simple living.
People that is rich, take her out for a meal. People that is poor, just do what you feel.
But few realize this sunny hit borrowed its DNA from old skiffle and blues roots, echoing the spontaneity of street music rather than polished studio pop. It wasn't a reinvention, more like a raw revival.
She don't go sailing in the sea. We're always happy.
The song shot to number 1 in 26 countries, becoming one of the best-selling singles of all time with over 30 million copies sold. And yet, for Mungo Jerry, this was lightning in a bottle, a career forever defined by one song. In the Summertime doesn't preach or pretend, it just smiles, and then somehow we still smile with it.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon.
Few songs in the 70s were as cheeky and charming as Afternoon Delight. Released in 1976, it wrapped playful innuendo in clean harmonies and a soft, sunny melody. On the surface, it felt innocent, but its sly lyrics about midday romance made audiences blush and laugh at the same time. The single skyrocketed to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, even winning the band a Grammy for Best New Artist. For a brief moment, Starland vocal band looked like the next big thing. But lightning only struck once. Their follow-up songs failed to chart, and their fame quickly faded. Still, the track never disappeared. Its cheerful chorus lived on in commercials, TV shows, and movies, most memorably in Anchorman, where it became a cult comedy moment. Today, Afternoon Delight stands as one of the quirkiest one-hit wonders of the decade, proof that sometimes humor and harmony are all it takes to create a lasting classic. In 1976, funk and disco ruled the clubs, and one song captured the dance floor better than any other. Play That Funky Music by Wild Cherry. With its sharp guitar riffs, pumping bass, and irresistible chorus, it stormed to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, instantly becoming a party anthem. The story behind it is almost as fun as the track itself. Lead singer Rob Parisi reportedly wrote the song after being told by fans to play that funky music instead of rock. So he did, and turned it into a worldwide hit. The groove was contagious, the lyrics unforgettable, and Wild Cherry briefly found themselves at the top. But the spotlight was short-lived. Their later songs never caught fire, leaving Play That Funky Music as their sole legacy. Decades later, it remains a staple at weddings, clubs, and arenas. For Wild Cherry, one song was enough. A funky groove that still gets people dancing nearly 50 years later.
Whoa, Black Betty, bam lamb. Whoa, Black Betty, bam lamb.
Few one-hit wonders carry the raw energy of Black Betty. Released in 1977, the song delivered pounding drums, gritty guitar riffs, and a fiery vocal that exploded through speakers. Based loosely on an old African-American work song, Ram Jam transformed it into a hard rock anthem.
Bam lamb, she's so rock steady. Bam lamb, and she's always
Controversy quickly followed. Some radio stations banned it, objecting to the lyrics, but the ban only fueled its popularity. The single climbed the Billboard Top 20 and became a favorite among rock fans craving something wild and untamed. For Ram Jam, it was their one and only brush with fame. They never returned to the charts, but they didn't need to.
Bam lamb, she really gets me high. Bam lamb, you know that's no lie. Bam lamb, she's so
Black
rock-
Betty lived on in stadiums, commercials, and countless covers, securing its place in rock history. It's raw, it's relentless, and it's unforgettable. One song was all it took for Ram Jam to carve their name into the loudest corners of the 70s.
I heard you on the wireless back in 52, lying awake.
The last great one-hit wonder of the 70s actually pointed to the future. Video Killed the Radio Star, released in 1979, captured the coming shift in music with its playful lyrics about technology changing culture. It topped the charts in multiple countries and became famous as the very first music video ever played on MTV in 1981. For the Buggles, it was both a triumph and the end. They never had another hit, but their one song became an anthem for a new era of music. Even today, Video Killed the Radio Star is remembered not just as a catchy tune, but as a cultural milestone, the song that announced the dawn of the music video age. And that's the magic of the one-hit wonder. Here for a moment, gone in a flash, yet unforgettable forever. These songs didn't need a long career to make history. Just one perfect chorus, one unforgettable riff, one lyric that never leaves your heart. The 70s gave us legends, but it also gave us these fleeting sparks that still light up memories today. Which one of these hits brought back the strongest memories for you? Share your story in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because more forgotten treasures of music are waiting to be rediscovered.